Have you ever wondered how to stay calm in the midst of chaos? Great thinkers like Marcus Aurelius and Zeno were already looking for this answer. Stoicism offers a path to virtue and serenity. Get ready to transform your life. Hello, virtuous. Welcome to Maximum Virtue, the channel for those who seek excellence in themselves. Today, together, we will explore the wisdom of Stoicism to build an ethical and fulfilling life. Be part of our transformation community. Comment now, "I am part of this transformation," and show your commitment to this journey. Stoicism, more than an ancient philosophy, is a practical guide for modern life. Born in Greece and popularized in Rome, it teaches us to find inner serenity and live according to virtue, even in the face of life's inevitable challenges. Imagine yourself in bustling ancient Rome, an empire of power and intrigue. In the midst of this scenario, men like the Emperor Marcus Aurelius and the slave Epictetus found a refuge in Stoicism, a way of navigating the complexities of existence with equanimity and purpose. But what exactly is virtue for the Stoics? It's not about being perfect or unattainable, but about cultivating essential qualities that make us better human beings. Wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. These are the pillars of Stoic ethics. Think about wisdom as the ability to discern what really matters, to separate the essential from the trivial. It is mental clarity that allows us to make the right decisions, guided by reason and not by fleeting emotions. That courage. Stoicism is not the absence of fear, but rather the ability to act virtuously despite it. It is the inner strength that drives us to face challenges, defend what is fair, and persevere in the face of adversity. Justice, for the Stoics, transcends mere legality. It is the pursuit of equity, honesty, and respect in all our interactions. It is recognizing the inherent dignity of every human being and acting accordingly. And finally, the temperance, which teaches us balance and moderation. It is not about deprivation, but about self-control, about using our desires and impulses in a virtuous way, avoiding excesses and vices that keep us away from a full life. Throughout this video, we will explore how these Stoic principles can be applied in our everyday lives. How can we cultivate virtue in our actions, thoughts, and emotions? How can Stoicism help us build a more ethical, meaningful, and, above all, happier life? Get ready to dive into the world of Stoicism and discover how you can live a truly virtuous life. Now that we understand the pillars of Stoic virtue, let's explore how we can actually live in accordance with these principles. Stoicism is not just theory. It is a practical philosophy that manifests itself in our daily choices and actions. First step, focus on what you control. This is one of the most crucial lessons of Stoicism. Epictetus taught us to distinguish between what is in our control and what is not. Our opinions, our desires, our actions, these are in our power. The opinions of others, external events, the weather, these are beyond our control. Why is this so important? Because most of our suffering comes from worrying and being frustrated about things we simply can't change. When we focus our energy on what we can control, we become more resilient, more effective, and more serene. How to apply this in practice? Imagine you are stuck in traffic. You can get angry, honk your horn, get stressed. But does that change the situation? No, the traffic is still there. The Stoic approach would be to accept the situation, focus on your response to it. Maybe listen to an audiobook, practice patience, or simply use the time to reflect. You don't control the traffic, but you control it. How do you react to traffic? Step 2. Practice negative visualization. It may sound strange, but the Stoics encourage us to contemplate the things we fear losing. Not to become pessimistic, but to appreciate what we have now. Imagine losing your health, your loved ones, your possessions. This reflection paradoxically makes us more grateful for the present and less attached to the future. How to use negative visualization. Take a few minutes a day to reflect on the impermanence of life. Think about your material possessions, your relationships, your own health. Don't dwell on negativity, but use this reflection to cultivate gratitude and appreciation for the present moment. Third step, live according to nature. For the Stoics, to live virtuously is to live in harmony with nature, both the nature of the universe and our own rational nature. This means acting with reason, justice, wisdom, and temperance. It means recognizing that we are part of something bigger and that our actions have consequences. What does living in accordance with nature mean in practice? It means acting with integrity, even when no one is looking. It means treating others with respect and empathy, recognizing our shared humanity. It means seeking the common good, not just our own selfish interests. Remember, Stoicism is not about emotional repression or indifference to the world. It's about cultivating the inner strength, mental clarity, and virtue to live a full and meaningful life. Even in the face of inevitable difficulties to deepen our journey into Stoicism, we will explore some more complex nuances and concepts that further enrich this philosophy of life. One of these concepts is the preferred indifference. The idea of indifference in Stoicism can be misinterpreted as coldness or apathy. In fact, the Stoics recognize that there are things in life that are naturally preferable: health, wealth, a good reputation, and things that are non-preferable: illness, poverty, a bad reputation. However, they argue that none of these things are essential for happiness or a virtuous life. They are indifferent to our ability to live well. A preferred indifference comes into play here. It means that, although we recognize that some things are preferable, we should not become attached to them to the point that our happiness depends on them. We must seek preferable things with wisdom and moderation, but always remembering that true happiness lies in virtue and not in external circumstances. Think about the following analogy. Imagine that life is like a game of dice. Data represents external circumstances: success, failure, health, illness, wealth, poverty. We don't control the data, we don't control the results, but we control how we play. We control our attitude, our choices, our actions. And it is the quality of our game, our virtue, which really matters, not the data results. Another fundamental concept is amor fati, which in Latin means love of destiny. This is the radical acceptance of everything that happens, the understanding that everything is part of the natural order of the universe. It is not about passive resignation, but about active acceptance and even an appreciation for the present moment, for everything it contains, good or bad. How to practice amor fati. When something difficult happens, instead of resisting or regretting it, try to change your perspective. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow through this experience? How can I use this situation to become a better person? Find the good in the bad, the opportunity in adversity. To sum up, advanced exploration of Stoicism leads us to refine our understanding of virtue. Preferred indifference frees us from the tyranny of external circumstances, while amor fati teaches us to embrace the totality of life, with all its joys and sorrows. These concepts strengthen us on the path of a virtuous life and bring us closer to the inner serenity that the Stoics sought so much that we've reached the end of our exploration of Stoicism and ethics. And it's time to recap the key points that can transform your life. Throughout this video, we delve into the teachings of great masters such as Marcus Aurelius and Zeno, and uncover the practical wisdom that Stoicism offers. Remembering the pillars, we explore the four cardinal virtues: wisdom, mental clarity to discern the essential; courage, the strength to act virtuously despite fear; justice, the search for equity and respect in all interactions; and temperance, self-control and balance in our desires, that we saw how focus on what we control it frees us from frustration and makes us more resilient. We learn to negative view as a tool to cultivate gratitude and value the present. We understand the importance of live according to nature, acting with reason and integrity. And we explore advanced concepts like preferred indifference and the amor fati, which help us accept the flow of life and find serenity in the midst of change. Returning to the initial questions, how does Stoicism help us cultivate virtue in our actions, thoughts, and emotions? Through the constant practice of these principles. By applying control, focus, negative visualization, living according to nature, preferred indifference, and amor fati, we gradually shape our character, strengthen our mind, and align our actions with virtue. And how can Stoicism help us build a more ethical, meaningful, and happy life? When we live by virtue, we find a deeper purpose. We reduce the stress and anxiety caused by the search for external and uncontrollable things. We strengthen our relationships by acting with fairness and empathy. And, above all, we find a lasting inner serenity, which does not depend on the passing circumstances of life. Stoicism is not a magic formula, but rather a path of continuous self-development. It is a journey of learning and practice, which invites us to become the best version of ourselves, to live more virtuous, ethical, and, ultimately, fuller and happier lives. Congratulations on making it this far on this journey of Stoic wisdom. If you are looking to continue your transformation and deepen your knowledge, be sure to check out the TW.